Hello, my name is Marshall Wilson, and I will be presenting about my innovative idea about bookkeeping for e-commerce businesses and brick and mortar businesses. So my initial value proposition is to have quick, cheap bookkeeping services for small businesses. So we'll also do sales forecasting, invoicing, payroll, advising. Okay. And so why these are key to business owners and why they will buy this product is because business owners want to have a greater understanding of finances and they want more time on their hands. They also want guided financial advice on risky decisions. Not only that, but business owners spend a lot of time organizing their books and keeping track of it. And it just adds a lot to their frustrations and worries as a business owner that they don't need to have. And second of all, sales are hard to forecast, but organized data will provide more predictable sales forecasts. And therefore, their increase in sales, they'll tend to rely on this product and it'll become a need instead of a commodity. And like an insight from the interviews that I've done with business owners is the quicker business owners can understand their finances and make decisions on that, the more likely they are to buy the product. Okay, so for the minimum viable product, if you look at the picture right here, you'll see the left hand is just a choice between what you want to look at. But in the middle there, you'll see that there is a pie chart. The pie chart is your percentage of revenue, or the expense percentages of revenue. That way business owners can easily see how much of their revenue is going to their profits. And below that is the budget analysis. It shows if their revenue is on track and if their expenses are on track. And if not, it'll give them a suggestion of how it can be on track for next time. Also, business owners, in order to understand their finances, in the top right corner, you'll see banking information. They'll have their current checking balance and savings balance. That way they can know how much they can spend or how much they need to save. And right below that is invoicing. And this will be able to change between invoices due and invoices that you want to send to other companies. That way, you don't need to go to a different page or search for these basic necessities when you are trying to understand your finances. So key insights. So the competition in at least the entire United States is there's 7,531 bookkeeping businesses. There's quite a bit more accounting businesses, and automated data processing is the largest one. Intuit, which is also another automated data processing bookkeeping website, has with automated data processing has 18% of the market. My target market, however, is Etsy, Weebly, BigCommerce, WooCommerce, Magento business owners, small business owners focusing on increasing sales, and new businesses just opening with inexperienced owners. Because the businesses with inexperienced owners, they're the ones that are going to need the financial advice. People that have been in business for a longer time might not need as much financial advice. Okay, and so market sizing and key insights in my general area. For brick and mortar stores, there is 13 accounting firms in the Rockford area and 4 bookkeeping firms. And again, it's the same target market. I'm looking for small to medium-sized businesses with inexperienced owners because they are the ones that are going to need the help with financial advice. And they are the ones that can't afford their own bookkeeping or accounting department. So my customer archetypes for both e-commerce bookkeeping and brick and mortar bookkeeping are pretty much the same. You know, they think and feel much the same way. You know, it's who's going to view my product, how much am I going to sell, worrying about do I have enough money, worrying about when this product shipment is going to come in. Okay, and they also see relatively the same things. They see the success of other businesses. Brick and mortar is a little bit different because they often see a lot more businesses going out of business, but e-commerce businesses also have insights into that. What they hear is quite different actually, because people on YouTube are always like, oh, this is how I made my $30,000 in my first month being a drop shipper or something like that. So they hear a bunch of success stories, but they don't necessarily hear the failures, and therefore if they are doing bad, they're more likely to seek help and wonder why they are failing when someone else is doing well. Say and do. So they say they and do scan competitors' websites for the best website layout, products, and product pricing. So pains that e-commerce businesses have that are quite similar to brick and mortar stores are taxes, budget, and finances in general. People find these boring and pain because it takes so much time. So how I'm going to get customers, so to get my early evangelist, I'm going to talk to e-commerce owners personally by sending them emails through Etsy, Shopify, Artfire, and that way, before I mass advertise my product, I can get the quirks out and have the best product I can before other customers start coming in. And to distribute to e-commerce, it'll be directly from website to person. The website that I have built will be the portal, and it will be exactly what you see in the MVP, except a little bit better graphics. It'll have a pie chart, it'll have the budget analysis, it'll have this toolbar at the side, it'll have the bank account, and it'll have the invoicing. Not only that, but as time goes on, we are going to be developing widgets so that you can view these things from your phone without even having to open the app. And you can also download the widget onto the desktop screen. So that way you don't have to log into your website, into the website to access your portal. You can just have access to it anywhere you go at any time. So the distribution channel for brick and mortar stores, it can come in two ways. It can either be on the website to person still, or people can get an email. And because they get an email, it might help them be less distracted when they're running their store, because they are not on their computer all the time or on their phone all the time. So it can just be there when they need it, and that's it. Okay, so key partners in the general area is CPAs. So in order for, at least in the state of Illinois, for financial statements to be official, and you need to have a CPA certify them. And so since I'm not a CPA, we'll make agreements and partner with all the CPAs around here, and they will benefit and we'll benefit because we'll get official financial statements for all our customers, and they will get a portion of our profits. And they'll get 10% per customer they have of the profits, not the revenue. And so, again, a key partner will also be Intuit, as we are building our own bookkeeping program. People know and trust Intuit, so we'll use Intuit to build that initial trust with our brand and our product, and then we'll transfer over to our product. And the risk associated with CPAs is they might see us as a threat to their business and not agree to help us. And a risk to using Intuit is if we switch, we might lose customers, and they also might have a problem with us switching over to a different program. Okay, so key resources is the website. We are going to patent the programs on the website that run the financial analysis and download the data, but we're also going to trademark the name, my e-commerce hq.com. Another key resource is my current job. It'll be providing financing for this new job until we're able to get seed money, and then I'll fully convert over to working with this new product. So 2 key activities, and this will benefit our customer base and help it build that need that we want instead of having this product be a commodity, is consulting. And so consulting, it provides me with customer feedback and interaction. It also helps me build the product into a need, like I said, but also, and insights from interviews I've done, many small business owners want financial advice because of previous mistakes. And so they see consulting more as support for their financial decisions, more than anything else. And so even if they don't even use the bookkeeping part, they will want the consulting part. And obviously the next key activity for bookkeeping is bookkeeping will help provide me as the consultant with ways to help the business owner, because I'll be able to understand their business almost instantly like they are. And it will provide companies with the initial interest to look at the product to help people understand that I can help them with their finances. And therefore, it's just building up on the consulting. And the consulting itself is also building on the bookkeeping. Okay. So cost assumptions. So there's actually not too many costs related to this. So there's the website costs like hosting or the website builder, and the portal. Dealer HQ will help with people that want to do bookkeeping on their own. It downloads all their bank information, whether it be personal or business. There's Google Drive, which will be my own personal builder for my program. It helps, it can download information from PayPal and Square. There's Intuit Business, which you can download from banks and all these different e-commerce money platforms like PayPal and Square. And then the internet will cost a lot because it will be high speed. Okay. However, revenue assumptions is we can make up these costs with roughly 14 customers in 1 month. So these are annual costs. So if we only have 14 customers in 1 month, we can make up the entire costs or assumed costs that we have. And so we are assuming that for total, that most people will buy bookkeeping and consulting as a package, and we'll have help videos for $15 a month. We're assuming people will buy that just because they're not going to want to ask us for everything except for the bigger questions. So with 50 customers, which is our assumed customer base, after 1 year of running, we'll be making $67,000 and have a profit of $65,000 or roughly $66,000. So, however, metrics that matter to us are retention rates. So as a bookkeeping business, we are a subscription. And so we need people to stay month to month. And so our people are only staying for 1 month. They have no value to us because they are not using their full value of the product. Acquisition costs also matter. And so we want as little competition as possible and as many customers as possible. And so for acquisition, we don't plan on buying things like Intuit or QuickBooks. We plan on buying, say, a accounting firm and taking all their customers and implementing them into our system. And with the buying the accounting firm, we would also pay CPA to stay on and to be our financial statement reviewer. Okay. Channel costs matter because as the website grows, we're going to have to switch from, or this business grows, we're going to have to switch from Wix to a much bigger website. And so eventually, as time goes on, we're going to need our own server, and all that's going to cost a lot more money than our initial costs. Total number of units sold obviously matters, because the more customers that we have, the more money we earn. But also, we don't want to exceed too many customers, because then the website will slow down and people will leave based on how slow the website's going. And cash burn also matters, because even though we assume that we're not going to be overspending, we want to be able to be in as little debt as possible. So when we do get this money for seed, we want to burn as little as that as possible over time, so that we can afford the server, we can afford an actual building to hold our company in and be based out of. Okay. For the business environment, what customers are really paying for is they're paying for their time, or the release of their time. And since, for example, one of the people we are currently helping, they used to spend 2 to 3 hours at the end of their night just worrying about finances, worrying about what they were going to do, or adding up all their finances, or paying people, just things related to finance. It would save them so much more time if they had a quick look at how their finances were going. And in general, our competitors are QuickBooks, Xero, bookkeeping, and accounting firms. And this is very general, but these are the largest, well, QuickBooks and Xero are the largest threats so far, because they are constantly innovating, and but they do not have, or they will not have the same value proposition that we have in being kind of a local business, to say, always readily available. We have consultants to help them at all times. What are major technology trends? QuickBooks and Xero are obviously technology trends that are going on. Other technology trends, along with QuickBooks, there's TurboTax, there's apps that help you track your gas mileage, and in general, it's moving towards apps and seeing your finances from your apps. So for a SWOT analysis, some strengths that we have are cost and channels, our channel costs, so our distribution channels. So our costs are very low compared to the revenue that could come in. And since I am currently the sole employee, part of that revenue would go to me as compensation. But as overtime comes in, costs will increase, because we'll need to hire consultants and CPAs and programmers. But currently, they are very low compared to a normal bookkeeping business. Channels, since it is a direct channel, it is directly between us and the customer, or via the website. We do not have to go through a retailer. We don't have to build any product. It makes it very convenient for us, because we get direct feedback from our customer, and we can change those things according to how they want it. Weaknesses, our channel relies on internet access, so if the power ever does go out, it will be very unfortunate for the business owners. They will not be able to do very much with their finances for their day unless their phone still has service. And another weakness is for the revenue, even though it relies on a couple of revenue streams. It relies on the e-commerce stores buying bookkeeping services, and brick and mortar stores buying e-commerce, or buying bookkeeping services. However, opportunities, customer relations, since we'll have direct feedback from customers, and we'll have Google Analytics helping us see what tabs in the website they do use and which ones they don't. will be able to better customize the website to their needs and cater to them directly. Okay, and opportunities is the value proposition is quicker access to financial materials, and in general, just quicker understanding of their finances, or business owners have a quicker understanding of their finances. However, threats, value proposition is we are easily substituted. QuickBooks and Xero are, like I said before, they are constantly innovating. So it's not like they come see our website, pay the $100 access fee, and then see what we're doing and copy it. But what will be different and what will fight that threat is our customer relationships. We'll be in contact with our customers, and they'll know me, and I'll know them, and I'll build into this need instead of a commodity. And our key partners are also a threat because it relies on CPAs working with us. It relies on the competition to help us. And they would also have to rely on us to help them to build our businesses. And if anyone decided to cut that, then it would be, or cut the ties, it would be a real threat to our business. Okay, and so the largest pivots we have made is we have cut out personal bookkeeping. We have decided that CPAs will be a great asset to our business in building partnerships at first, and then when we grow large enough, hiring our own. Another pivot we have made is cost. So people like having financial statements in pro forma, in paper, just so they can look at it, at least older business owners. And so that is something we're going to have to take into consideration when owning or providing this product, whether somebody wants it in paper or just on the client portal. Another pivot we have made is we decided for business channel, we are not going to take like home visits. We'll only take video chats and emails. That way, it is much quicker for customers and us. There's no driving involved, and the transportation involved will help save them money and time in the long run. A pivot that we have made is when we originally made our value proposition, it was based on cost. But QuickBooks and Xero can outbeat anyone because they have economies of scale. But something that they don't have is they don't necessarily have the quick, or people don't necessarily have the ability to understand their finances very quick from these products. You know, they still have to go in and they have to categorize their expenses, they have to categorize their revenues. And so it just takes time, it takes effort, and there's not the quick understanding that business owners need to make their financial decisions in a safe manner. Thank you for your time and have a nice day.